sucks. Yeah. Hey, fuck you. I'll find out who this is. You'll fuck your mother, you piece of shit. And it would just go like the desk. And then someone would watch the desk, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Well, we have to start an
argument with this guy. Right. It was great. Desk wars.
I hadn't made my point yet.
Yeah, I hadn't really gotten my point across on this desk yet.
I was just laying the foundation, the Socratic desk method.
Exactly.
And if you were a man, and Plato was a man, and you fuck your mother, and now, by a simple syllogism, you suck ass. They watch the desk.
Come back the next day, homo. All right. He made his point, too.
Just so to remind everybody, too, the plug's important. Penn is here.
Yes.
And he's here to promote the fact that I'm going to be in Poughkeepsie the 19th and 20th.
It's the only reason he came in.
Bananas Comedy Club.
That's the only reason he came in.
But he's also, obviously, Play Dead is something Teller's doing. It's at the Players Theater. And I'm going to give you the number and the website. It's 800-982-2787. And you can just go online, Playdead NYC, PLAYDEADNYC.com. And if you're in Vegas,
it's a great show, and it's in a little theater, and it's down to the Players Theater. It's already in previews. You can go tonight, and then it opens tomorrow night. That's when I'll be there because I go to the big important opening.
Nice, yeah.
I'm going to Collins opening tonight, actually.
Oh, yeah. I was going to go to that. Then I decided to go to, I wanted to go, and I'm going to Merchant of Venice with Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, yeah, I'd like to see that as well.
Across the street. Hey, you haven't seen Colin's show yet?
No, it's great.
It's great.
Really good.
I saw it in the smaller theater.
It's really smart. I think you would like it a lot.
Yeah, I want to see it, but...
I saw it in the tiny theater, and now they
very funny.
Now they've got a lot of production behind it.
I bumped into Al Pacino at a restaurant. And I said, I really want to get to see your show. And it's sold out all the time. And I'm trying to go through a friend of mine to get one ticket. And he said...
Did he chip a tooth on your kneecap?
We are different sizes.
Yes.
And
so you picked him up and held him like a child and talked to him?
Yeah, what I did was I said, in 0G, I'd fuck you. You would have a choice. And he said... tell them that Al wants you to have a seat. And I said, I could call up the producer and say, Al Pacino wants me to have a seat. It'll work. He said, yes. I said, why wouldn't everybody do that? He said, I don't know that many people. I said, but they're going to take my word? So I called the producer and I said, I bumped into Al Pacino at a restaurant. He'd like me to have a ticket. Okay, we'll get you one.
Wow.
This was completely sold out, done, couldn't do it. So I shouldn't say this on the radio.
Exactly.
Because
not everyone's going to try it.
Do you know Al, though?
I had never met him, and I met him at the restaurant. We had a wonderful talk.
Wow, that's great.
Fuck.
Wow, that is
I would love to do that.
That's a big fun. What would you say?
That's real fame right there, Jim.
Hey, I loved you in The Godfather.
Penn is interesting.
There you go.
What would you possibly say?
I would just tell him how much I loved him in The Deer Hunter. And I'd bang the drum slowly. You were amazing. I would do nothing but fuck him up with De Niro.
And where did your mole go?
Exactly. Do you really like black chicks? They're not my thing, Al.
You just,
Tremendous.
I don't know.
You're going by yourself. That's fucking good.
I am going by myself. I will sit there for 3 hours enjoying Shakespeare's depiction of our Jewish brothers and sisters.
Yes, in your Al Pacino complimentary
in my Al Pacino seat.
Yes.
That Al says. He wants me to have a seat. I have a seat.
There's going to be 50 people there going, wait a minute. Al said I could sit here.
Yeah, Al just says that the way Opie tells people, "No, come on the show. We'd love to have you." And then they call, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Be quiet.
That's exactly what I expected, but it did work. Yeah. That's the genius. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
You haven't seen it yet.
Go to...
Let us know.
I just want to tell everybody listening, when you go to Las Vegas, just call the box office of the Penn and Teller Theater at the Rio and say, Penn wants me to have a seat.
That's it. He wants me to have a seat at some other show, but...
I'm doing Vegas in February. I actually want to go out a day early and see you guys. I've never seen your show. I really want to...
I want to see the
to.
Vegas show badly.
Very much.
I've never been to a Penn and Teller show.
No, I haven't either, but I want to go.
Playing?
I don't even remember the name of the place. It's just a one-night thing. It's a small place. But I'm going to go out a day early and see their show.
I saw you guys up in Boston years ago.
We do a lot of we've done 6 hours of new material since we've been in Vegas.
Can I ask you something?
Just crank it.
Does it get boring to do the same show?
No,
night,
we don't do the same show.
Night?
First of all, we change it whenever we want.
No, for you guys. I mean, obviously the crowd will always.
Oh no, we change it even.
What
do
you guys
ourselves.
do to each other just to make it?
We don't do any of that stuff.
Nothing?
We're just trying to do it better every night. A friend of mine, Michael Goudot, head writer on Bullshit. Said he's a juggler, worked in the Lance Burton show, and he said variety arts juggling and magic are for people who see Groundhog Day and think, that seems like a good thing. I like that. It really is great to be able to go out and do the same thing and get better at it.
Okay, because we had a friend on
You're
Broadway.
practicing every day.
We had a friend on Broadway, and he was begging us to just fucking kidnap him. He couldn't take it anymore.
Well, that's
one of
also,
those
you're doing
shows.
someone
He
else's.
couldn't fucking take
But
it.
that wasn't something he wrote himself, right?
No, and then I said, well,
Makes a big difference.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
you
you
guys
mixed it
have
up
that.
a little bit, and wow, how you fell into that, that dumpster. That you made that up, obviously, just to make it interesting. He goes, no, I do that exact fucking move every fucking night.
Yeah.
Even the stuff you think we're improvising is not improvised.
Yeah, well, that's pretty
he
much
went
true.
nuts.
But it's stuff that we write, and then we also write new stuff all the time. We put in a new bit every couple of months.
Good for
So
you.
we're working on it all the time. And there's no reason to. Other shows
you'd
keep
be
it
able
the
to
same
just for years
30
do the
years.
same thing, right?
And we tell people we write new stuff and put it in. They go, why? And we go, because when we were 12 years old, all we wanted to do in life was write stuff and do it on stage.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know, but now you get success. You don't have to do that. It's all we ever wanted to do. We worked our asses off
to get to where you're
yeah.
at. So
I don't know
enjoy it.
how do you write magic?
Well,
like,
you
I
can-
understand.
Oh,
you
come
gotta,
on,
like,
thanks, Ant.
Jimmy, I understand. You got to write like the production around it, but like to come up with a trick or a gag or whatever you
get
want to
this
call
idea for something we want to do. We want to.
it. Yeah, but then you got to figure out how to fuck to do it and not let other people onto
and
it.
it takes, we did this.
Jesus.
We did this thing where we saw a woman in half. We saw her in half. We show how it's done, and then we fuck up and saw her in half again, and it gets really bloody and everything. So we have to
Great,
to do a complete sawing in half, and then do it a completely different. So we have to have it
Holy
a
shit,
complete
right.
trick, and then have another trick on top of it.
Right,
It took
wow.
us 2.5 years.
Wow.
$80,000.
Jesus.
Of R&D working on it, and it is 2.5 minutes in our show. 2.5 minutes. And the guys we work with go, anybody else with that much work you'd put in, it's the hardest thing we've done. We're hitting levers and switches and the timing, and we had to rebuild it 5 times, and it didn't work, and all this shit. And, it's 2.5 minutes on stage. It takes the crew an hour and a half to set it for it to work once. Everything has to be perfect. And we do this whole thing, and everybody that works with us goes, shouldn't you be getting a half hour out of this? And we go, it's so boss at 2.5 minutes. It's like, holy fuck, they'll do anything. And then after the show, people come and go, that trick was amazing, but you didn't build it up enough. We didn't know. I go, you know it was good. That's all.
That's all.
That's all we need. That's fine. Because we're now at the point where we have so much material, we keep shortening shit up.
Right.
So stuff we work on for a couple years can be 2 minutes, and we're thrilled
We
with
just give them the prestige. That's all we give.
How long was your show? What, 90 minutes?
it. Yeah,
Something
we
like
do 90 minutes. And I play jazz for an hour beforehand. I play upright bass, bebop. So come in, when you come to the show, come an hour early and hear some great jazz. And then we do our show, and it's and we also meet everybody afterwards. We
Do you
hang
still
out.
get stumped by magicians? Do you see them and go like,
Well, it's interesting.
I know how that works. I know how everything works.
We're
Fuck
doing
you.
a show that's not announced yet, but we're doing a show over in England called Fool Us, which will be just magicians coming on.
what a great
and,
idea.
And
Fuck.
if
That's great.
If they fool us, they get a trip to Vegas and get to do a show. And if they don't fool us, we bust them right there. So that's a double lift, and you
What
force
a
the card.
great
Huh?
idea,
And they're right
man.
now, and it's weird because we created the show. It's our idea. But because of all the laws and stuff, we can't know anything about it. So there's 40 people working on this show, including friends of mine. And I get an email from friends of mine that said, hey, I got hired on your show. I've been told I can't talk to you, write you emails, or have any contact with you for 2.5 months. Bye.
Oh shit!
Because they're finding the guys,
Right,
they're
it's gotta
rehearsing
be very
it. They
secretive,
want them to be all on the up and up, and so we're just going to sit there and
Great fucking idea.
Where do you sit in the,
it's
you gonna
not
sit in the
really,
audience and watch
it's
it?
not really Fool Us. It's really Fool Teller, and Penn talks about it because Teller knows everything.
He
and when you
knows
see
everything, really.
when you see
Yeah.
Play Dead, it's the best magic you'll ever see in this plotted show about death and the afterlife and so on. But the tricks are amazing because Teller is one of the top 5 magic minds alive today, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And when I go to a show with Teller, a magic show, the real truth of it is I sit there very smug, very cool. I'm a professional magician. I'm Magician of the Year, 5 years. I'm one of the best in the world. And I sit there and go to Teller, what are they doing there? And Teller goes, it's a 45-degree angle mirror under the table.
He can actually figure that shit out?
Really? Really? Yes.
Oh shit!
And then people after the the show go, you know how that's done? I go, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We've got it set up so I sit there, we watch it. And then Teller and I go into soundproof booth, and we confer for a minute. And then I come out and explain.
I mean, he told you what the fuck just
He's going
happened.
to tell me every one of them. You know, I mean, unless the guy's doing the hippity hop rabbits, I'll be totally in the fucking dark. So my acting job is to pretend while I'm watching that I'm figuring something out,
smug.
instead of just waiting for Teller to tell me. You know, because if I was really doing it, I'd be just looking over at Teller going, do we have it?
Yeah,
Do we
I
know?
hope you know what's
do we
going on.
know? Are we going to get fucked in this one, or do
You got to
know?
look and put your hand on your chin and just go, all right.
Oh, it's that. Oh, it's that thing.
When he does something, you just go, oh, come on. Come on.
Yeah, that's my part. And then Teller, what did they
What
do?
did you
What
do?
a great idea for a show.
But Teller is,
I would so watch that.
I love it.
Teller's great because, you know, we'll go to see Copperfield, and I'll go,
Boo.
what's he doing? What's he doing?
Is he still
Teller
hard to
go,
figure out for you, though?
It's a false bottom.
No,
I go, really?
Copperfield got lazy. I saw him in Vegas.
You know, he still can do some good
you can
tricks.
say what you want. I was not impressed.
Really?
I didn't like.
How's
I didn't
Lance
really
Burton?
Lance Burton is closed.
Oh, okay.
Lance Burton is done. Lance Burton retired.
Was he good, though?
He just
had it.
quit.
Who's the guy to see right now?
Yeah, he was good.
Besides you guys.
Well, the guy to see in Vegas, and no one believes me because it's an afternoon show, is Mac King. Mac King does an afternoon show at Harrah's for like, $8. It's like, a drink minimum. It's nothing. And to me, he is the best comedy magician working in the world. And he is, comedy magicians, and you've seen a lot of them because you work on bills with them. They're usually, comedy magicians means none of the magic fools you and they're not funny. They don't do either. And Matt King is sincerely funny, and the tricks will fool the shit out of you. And he's got a show like at 1 in the afternoon and 3 in the afternoon. So people say to me, what show should I see? And I go in the afternoon to Harrah's and see Matt King. And they go, you're kidding. And they always come back and go, holy fuck, he's really good.
Chips Cooney is probably the greatest comic magician. Do you know Chips Cooney?
No, I don't know.
He was on
Chips
America's
Cooney
Got
is
Talent.
very gifted. Very gifted magician.
He's pretty funny, man. He's been around a long time, and then he got on America's Got Talent this past season.
How did I miss that?
Chips.
Yeah,
Never seen Chips live.
It's good.
There's some good people.
Oh, what?
Opie and Anthony on the Virus. Sirius XM.